I have made over $50,000 creating Vyond videos for my freelancing clients, and now I am here to teach you the same software. This is not another tutorial. This is the biggest, most detailed and most practical Vyond masterclass here on YouTube. In the next 2.5 hours, I am packing in my 6 years of real world experience where I have delivered over 700 explainer videos to my clients from all over the world, from UK, Canada, Germany, Spain, Australia, New Zealand. I have worked in every continent and I have worked in multiple languages too, from Hindi, Urdu, English, Spanish, German, and so many others. I created my first 1 hour long Vyond tutorial back in 2021 and people loved it. I got so many positive responses and people loved the video. But the only problem was it was in Urdu language, which only could be understood by Pakistan or Indian people, so it couldn't reach the global audience. But this time I'm making it in English so everyone can watch it and learn from it. If you want to master the Vyond Studio, whether for content creation, for your business, or maybe for freelancing, this is going to be the only video you will need. There are 3 things I want to tell you before we start the tutorial. Number 1, this is going to be a long video, but don't worry, I have added chapters, so you can jump straight to the section which you want to see. Number 2, at the start of each section I have added bullet points of what's covered in that particular section, so you know exactly what to expect. And number 3, I normally talk slowly, but if you prefer a faster pace, feel free to increase the video speed to 1.25x, 1.5x, or even 2x if you want to, using the YouTube's own playback speed controller. But if you want to watch more than 2x speed, YouTube doesn't have that, so you can download this extension which I am showing you on the screen and watch the video even more than 2x speed. Now let's dive into the Vyond Studio and turn you into a pro. So I am now on my computer screen, so let's start. When you will log in your Vyond account, this is the interface you will get. To start a video, we click on create and start with blank. There are so many other options, we will explore them in later in the video. Now let's start with blank. And when you will click this, a new window will appear and it will open the video editor for us. And now we can see the interface. We can divide this interface into 4 equal parts. This one here is the assets library. Here is props, characters, charts, text, everything is in here. This is our canvas. Whatever we will make, that will appear here. And these are the properties panel. These will change with the thing on the screen. Like if there is a prop and I will click on prop, these will change. And this is our timeline. So when we will make new scenes, let's suppose I add a new scene, choose scene, and I will select a random screen. As you can see, this is the first scene, this is the second scene. So that's how our timeline works. We will explore these as we go on in the video. And there are some options here like undo, redo, copy, paste, and arrange. Arrange mean layers. Whatever is in front of the screen will appear above, and whatever is the background, it will appear in the background. So if I click on clear, it will clear whatever is on the screen. Let's suppose I click clear and it can see the scene is there, but there is nothing on it. It have cleared everything. And if I click on delete, it will delete the scene entirely. So that's how our interface works. Let's explore the interface for a little bit. Here is the home button. It will bring back to this screen. We don't want that for now. Here is you can write your name, whatever you want. And here are some options like undo, redo, copy, paste, layers, clear, and delete. And if I click on expand, you will see so many options. These are basically library of everything. In discover panel, you can write something. If you want to search from everything from shapes, scenes, props, and all menus, you want to search something, you can click on discover and write here. In the library, you can see that in this video, if I have, let's suppose I have made 10 scenes, so I want to see which scenes, which props, I characters I have used in this video. I can click here and see them. And in your video section, I can bring back assets from my previous videos too. And here is the scenes option. Vyond have provided us with so many pre-made scenes which we can use in our videos. Let's suppose I go into office and you can see there are 79 scenes, and these are showing just for the contemporary style. Let me explain three styles which Vyond have: contemporary, whiteboard, and business friendly. And currently it is showing me only contemporary. If I click here and all these, you can see that 273 results. Previously, when we wanted to start a new video, it asked us that which style we want, business friendly or whiteboard or contemporary. But now it directly brings us to this interface, and we can use any style we want. Like if I am making a video in business friendly but I want a contemporary style of prop, I can use that, no problem. So here are all the props, sorry, scenes that are available to us. We can use them in our videos. Some of them are animated and some of them are not. So let's suppose I click here, I want this scene, and if I can click here and drag it to make the scene a little longer. We can expand the timeline from here and see the animations that have been applied in this scene. And there are so many timeline options too. I will explain them later in the video. For now, I am just explaining you the library options. I had it on office, so it is showing me only office related props. But if I clear this, it will start showing me all the props that I have. If I click on view all, it will start showing me all the props. Like it has 10,000 plus props available right now. In business friendly 6500, in whiteboard 3200, and in contemporary 4800. Like there are too many props, and mostly we use these props in our videos. So let's suppose I go into contemporary style and icons. As you can see, the airplane icon, the barrier, building, whatever you need is most probably it will be there. Now characters, click on view all, it will start showing you all the characters. Let's suppose catering. Here are caterers, some chefs, some food, fast food worker, and back contemporary style office. And you can see so many characters here. You can click here and it will appear here, and then you can resize it or however you want to use them. For now I will just delete them. Click, select, and delete. And now we have charts, view all, and you can see all the chart options. These are also very helpful when we want to explain something in charts. And it have legacy chart which we used to be old one, and now they have introduced so many new options where you can just put the data and it will make the chart it by itself. So text options, view all. Here are so many text pre-made templates that are available to us and we can use them. Music, there are three things here: sound effects, background music, and my library, where I can mic record or text to speech. So I will explain everything later on. And uploads, here we can upload our own props, our own audio, voiceover, background music, whatever we want. It will appear here. And here is the Shutterstock button. And if you have professional plan, then you can use this option. Shutterstock professional, enterprise, or agency have every options available. Enterprise is the best plan, but for my videos I don't need professional or enterprise plan. Premium works best for me, and it's also not very pricey. So pro premium is best for me, and I have so many other premium subscriptions available like free pick, Inverto Element, so I don't need to use their text to image or Shutterstock images. So I just use my premium plan. And here's the image generation. If you have the premium plan, you can use them, but I don't, so I can't use this. So let's go back. So now let's talk about these properties. Whatever is on the screen, it starts showing us properties here. Like for now, I am not have clicked anywhere, so it's showing me the overall scene properties. But if I click here, it will start showing me its chart properties. If I click here, you can see that masking option have appeared. If I click here, you can see that it keeps changing according to where you have clicked. So like color, background color, for now it's not showing color because there is so many elements on the screen right now. But background color, masking, interfect, motion path is basically keyframes. We will also talk about that later. Exit effect, and here are some properties. Like I have clicked here, it is showing me properties of this position, size, rotation, flip, or opacity. Like I can do that 10% or like 100%. That's how. Here is some assets view, like all the assets that have been used in the videos are appeared here. I can change its order by clicking and dragging here too. Let's suppose I have 10 scenes and I have used this character in 10 video in all 10 scenes, but I don't want to individually change the character in each scene. I can just select all the scenes here, right click and then press shift and selecting all the characters. Then I can just click here and replace, and it will replace characters from all the scenes all at once. So that's how it is used. Now let's close assets view, and there are some more options here. You can activate guidelines like show grid, and it will show to the grid. Like if you know the rule of third, you know that these grids are very helpful when we are making a video. Like some part of there is another grid here like show safe area. Now this safe area is used when we are making for something for the TV, like some area got cuts off, so we need to know that which area gets cut off, so we can keep our things inside this. So these are two types of grids which are also available. I can just hide it now. And let's suppose I want here to make some animation, so I can click on zoom, and I can zoom like that. Now I can animate him. Like if he wanted to land, if I want to reset, I can just click on fit on screen and it will be uh, resized again. So these are the options that you need to know. Now there is one last option which I want to talk about, which is very very important. Now let's make a new scene and choose scene, and I select something here. Let's suppose now let's use this screen. It have a screen, mobile, printer and keyboard. Let's suppose I have added an animation on this, but after making the video I came to know that this screen is not good enough and I need to change it. But I have applied some animations on it. So what can I do? I need to use the replace mode. Whatever animation you have applied here, it will be exactly same, just the object or the prop will be changed. I click here and then replace, and let's suppose I add this clock here. Now if I had applied any kind of animations on it, it will kept the same, but the object will be changed. You can do this your with your uploads, with your props or with your characters too. So this replace mode is also very important. Now let's move on to some other things that I want to tell you about is canvas. There are many options in canvas. When you right click, these are the options currently on the screen: copy, paste, customize background. We have no background at the moment, so when there is will be background, we can customize it. Unlock, clear and delete. Now let's explore the canvas options because we will be needing them when we make a video. You need to know about these canvas shortcuts because we will be using them further in the video. So let's bring something on the screen, then I can explain them to you. Anything, let's bring this, and now we have a background, we have a text and some character and a table, a chair. Now if I click here, you can see that this range has been, it was grayed out before, but now I can click it and bring it to front or bring move backward. If I bring to front, you can see it's in front of the table, so I need to bring it back. Click, order, move backward, and it is in the background of telephone but still in front of the table. Move backward once more, and now it's where I want it to be, like in front of the chair but in the background of the table. So that's how this arrange option works. You can also do that from right clicking here and order. Let's suppose I right click here and lock this. Now I can't move it. Even if I want to, you need to unlock it first. And so this is one more option of canvas. If you want to delete something, left click and press delete and it will be deleted. I will delete this telephone too, and this is something in web, delete. So now we have a table, a skeleton, a chair, some text and this spider. Let's suppose I want to make the table bigger. I will left click here and then pull up this handle and it will start resizing. So that's how we can resize something. This information will be very useful to you once we start making video. Okay, one more option. Let's suppose I want to make this table bigger in width but not in height. How can we do that? Press shift and as you can see there is two new handles have appeared. Click and drag. As you can see now, it can be dragged like this, and we can make the table bigger in width but not in height. So this option is also very helpful when we don't want a uniform scaling on the object on the screen. Now I will tell you about opacity. Right click and there is no opacity option here. Like I don't want it to 100%, I want it, let's suppose, 50%. So why there is no opacity option for this table? Let me bring a new prop and we can experiment there. And chart, sorry, props. And there are so many shapes here. Let me bring one for you. Let's bring this one. And if I click here, and now if I go to this more option, you can see the opacity option. I can do like 50%, and here it is. Now, why there are some props which have property option and some don't? Vyond is very old software. It was based on Adobe Flash first, but then it was converted into HTML5 probably around 2019 or so. So there are some props which were made before 2019, and those props don't used to have any opacity option. This option was introduced later on. So there are some things which have opacity options and some don't. So when we are making a video, please remember that some of the props doesn't have opacity options. And if you need to apply the opacity option, choose your prop wisely because it may or may not have the opacity option on it. Now let's talk about grouping. This one is separate and this one is separate, but I may want to move them together. And how I can do that? I can group them. Let's undo, and I select both and right click and group. Now if I want to move one, it will both move. So that's how we can group things if needed. Next thing I want to talk about is cropping. You can crop an image. Let's suppose I make this bigger and I change its opacity to 100%. I want just half part of it. How I can make that? Right click and here is the option crop, and here you can select the part that you want to show and remove the part which you don't want. And if I right click here, and you can see the part is disappeared, but it does not crop the original image. It basically masks them. Masking is a complete other topic and I will discuss that later in the video, but it is not exactly cropping them, it is masking them. As you can see that masking option have appeared. Now let's move on to our next topic, which is backgrounds. So let's clear this screen first and delete this scene too. Now we are left with a blank screen. Now to access the backgrounds, we need to click on background and click on color. Now there are three options. We can add a color, like let's click color, and now I can select any color. I can click on palettes and select any color which I want as a background. There are plenty to choose from. You can also use the color codes. If you have a specific brand color that you want to use, you can use that too. Now let's go back to background and color. You can also use transparent. Now we want also have the option to export the video as WebM, which is can be used as a transparent backgrounded video, or you can also export as GIF. So you can, let's suppose I bring a character, any character here, and make him dance. Okay, let's resize it and preview. As you can see, he is dancing and there is a transparent background. Now I can download this as WebM, as video, or as a GIF format. So that's how you can use transparent background. Now let's delete this for now and go back to backgrounds, transparent. And there are two more options: business friendly and contemporary. In business friendly, there are two options: locations and patterns. If we go into location, there are airport hallway, bar interior, beach, bedroom. You can use the background which you want according to your scene. You can also, let's suppose, you can search here like train. If I write train, it will show me inside of train, outside of train, train station, street, these kind of backgrounds. So you can also search here. And in contempt, and there are patterns too, like Let's suppose this is a gears pattern. If I preview this one is a animated background. As you can see, the gears are turning, so you can use that to show something working of a company maybe. And you can modify the colors from here. Let's suppose I went into color palettes and use this orange color. So as you can see, color have been changed. I can use this as my background. Let's go back to backgrounds. And if I go into contemporary style, there are three options: classic locations and locations and patterns. Classic location, these were the original background that were provided by Vyond to us, and these are now called classic, and they have added new locations. These are the new locations. Let's suppose I select this one office. When you open any background, all the used colors appear here. Let's suppose I want to change this blue color with something like yellow. You can see that the tinted window have been changed to this. I can select this one and maybe change it to this brown color. You can see that floor have been changed, so you can modify the background colors according to your own needs. So let's go back to backgrounds, and if I want to remove this, I can just move and it will go back to transparent. And let's suppose the patterns, I can use these patterns too. Let's suppose I want to use this one and change its color to maybe red or pink. Red, this one is red. And preview, this one is also animated. So there are two kind of backgrounds in Beyond. One is static and one is animated. Let me show you both. Click here, go to here, and then maybe select business friendly and locations. As you can see, this one have a little play button here, and this one has a magnifier glass kind of button here. So the ones which have this play button means this one is animated, and which one have the magnifier glass is not animated, these are static. So you can check by this that which one do you want. Like suppose I click here, and if I preview this, you can see how it is animated. As you can, the plane is flying in the background, so that's how you know that this one is animated. Now I can change the color of it to like ground color. If you hover with your mouse on this, you can know that which one we are changing. Like sky color, I want, let's say, night time. This, as you can see, now it's changed to night time. So that's how you can change the colors of your background. And now there are two more things I want to talk about: scenes versus background. This one is a background, only background. And if I go into scenes, these are the scenes made using the backgrounds. Let's suppose I write airport, and let's suppose I use this one. Now this one have a background, and now there are some of the elements in it like props, characters. So when props, characters, these things come together, they make a scene. But if I click on select everything and click on delete, now it's a plain background. So this is a difference between background and a scene. You don't need to mix them up because a scene have some elements in it, but background is plain background. You can bring your own backgrounds too. Like let's suppose I go into freepick.com. I have premium membership of it, so I need something like airport background. So let's suppose I want to bring this one. I can download this, and here it is. I will just click and drag into our scene, and it have been uploaded. Now if I click, now let's me clear this everything, and now if I click here, you can see this background have been appeared here. Now I can resize it. Now I want to get it locked so it doesn't move when I try to move other things. Let's lock it. Now it has been uh, now it's been set as our background. Let's preview. Let's make a person and w- waving action, waving, greeting someone. Like if I preview this, you can see that this correct the part that is not in our this canvas have been cut off from the background and the rest is here. So that's how you can bring your own backgrounds in the Vyond. And when I click here, as you can see, there are new options: actions, expressions, dialogue, or color. We will talk about this later in the video. And there are some new options. When I click on character, right click, you can see that flip action or mirror. I can mirror this. Now a person, let's suppose, is coming from here, you can move this flip action or mirror. These work almost same. There are some minor difference in them. I will explain that later in the video when we will be in the character section. Now let's delete this and also delete this. Let me unlock it first and delete. One more thing I want to talk about is the airport. Now this is my background. I can click on background and flip. Like now this one part have been flipped here. I can also crop if I wanted to. Let's suppose I can fit to stage or stretched, or I can also make it custom, like custom. And now I can sorry, right click and customize, and I can bring this handle down. So that's how I can modify my background too. Now the topic we have covered in this background panel is the backgrounds. There are some real locations, there are some abstract, there are some patterns that we can use. We can change the colors of the background, we can mirror them, we can bring our own backgrounds and difference between backgrounds and scenes. So let's jump into our next topic. Now let's talk about characters. Characters can also have three types: whiteboard, contemporary, and business friendly. Let's explore them. Click on characters and view all. Now you can see that business friendly have like too many characters here, and same goes for the whiteboard and same goes for the contemporary. Let's suppose I go into business friendly and office, and let's suppose I like one of the characters, this one, but I want to change some things in it. I can click here and copy and edit character, and it will open the character creator. Now here are the character which we saw and we copied it. Now let's suppose I want to make their color, hair color black, and maybe change the jacket color to something else or some different kind of jacket. Let's suppose this one. Now if I click on save to library, it will be saved as a new character in our library. And as you can see in my library, this new character have appeared. So that's how you can copy and create a new character from an existing character. But let's suppose you want to create a new character exactly from scratch. Click on here the small button which is create your own character, and it will open the character creator. Now we have three options. First one is the same which I just showed you, that we can copy some character from library and make a copy of it and change something if you want. And now there is a new option, generate from photo. This is still in beta, and it uses only contemporary style. Like if we upload a picture, it will make a character based on that image and in contemporary style. It's not available in black and white or business friend. Let's see how it works. I click on here, and it will ask me to either open a camera or browse any file or upload file. Here I will click on browse file, and I just downloaded this image from the internet, and I will use this. It will analyze the image and create a similar character for me. As you can see, it have given me detection error, like it didn't detect exactly the image which I was providing. Let's select another image. Let's see how it works. And as you can see from the image, it have created me this character. Like it tried to match its facial features and hairstyle. It's not perfect, but it works. But sometimes it doesn't work, so you might have to make your own character according to that. Let's save it to library and explore the character option again. Now if we want to start from scratch, click here, and it will give us three options: contemporary, business friendly, and whiteboard. Like if you want to make a business friendly character, I will click here, Now man or woman, male or female. Let's make a male. And now you can see that from baby or its body size, you can change it how you want. Let's suppose I select this middle one and this character have appeared. Now it have a face option, hair option, mouth option. Let's change quickly. And I want this kind of face here. I think here is already perfect, but there are so many pre-made options here you can use according to your needs. Let's suppose give him this kind of hat. Mouth, let's make him like this. Eyes are just let's give him these eyes, or this one doesn't fit him. This no. There are so many options which you can explore here. Ears, you can give him earrings if you want. Let's suppose give him this. And nose, eyewear, let's give him glasses. So that's how character is looking. And in top section, you can change its clothing. Let's suppose we give him something which looks according to his age. This works perfect. You can change the color too. Like if I click here and do something, it's changing the inner shirt. And if I click here, it's showing outer shirt color. So that's how you can change. And you can change your head's hand too. It has some gloves option you can select. Let's suppose I want to select this glove option, and it will be appear. Now bottom, let's give him shorts like this and change its color to black to match his inner shirt. So that's how this is not short probably, but anyway, this is looks like skirt. But this is how you can modify or make a character from scratch. Now there are some other options here. Accessories, you can add accessory, like you can give him something like this this this. These are all the options available to you. You can use them according to your own need. Like if a character needs this kind of hat, yes, you can use that. But as you can see, there is already hat and this comes on top of that. So let's go back. You can add multiple accessories too. Like if you want to show an old character, you can add these facial lines. As you can see, these lines have appeared and he looks now an old person. So there are so many options to choose from this kind of hat. So you can combine them if you need to. Like if I can add a third accessory here, like I can give him a headphone. So fourth, I can add something else like these glasses. So that's how you can modify a character in the character panel. And let's change its hair, because there are he is wearing multiple hats. Let me remove all of them. And the hair, let's give him something funky. That's how you use the character builder in the Vyond. There are some tips that we use to make character. Let's suppose I want to make a Chinese character. You can change its eyes to something like Chinese people used to have, like small eyes. And let's remove its. The hair looks fine because these kind they have these kind of hair. Let's change this black. And let me remove its gloves too because it doesn't look good. And bottoms to something simple like this. And let's remove the eyewear. Now it's kind of look like an Chinese person because they have some small eyes. So you can copy the facial expressions, facial features of any character which they have in real life. And let's suppose I want to make him black. I can just change the skin tone of something like this, or it have some pre-built like this or this. So now it's a black person. So that's how you can modify the. Let's suppose I want to make him look Indian, so I can make his skin like brown color, so it will look like an Indian or Pakistani color. So that's how we make characters from different regions if we need to. I have made character Caucasian, black, white, Chinese. I have worked for so many countries, so I have made characters for different regions. And how I do it, like I go on Google and write the name, let's say Indonesian people, and images will appear that what kind of clothes they wear, what kind of facial features they have. So I try to copy them, and that's how I create those characters. So you can copy this method too if you want. Like if a person want an Indonesian character, you can go on Google, write Indonesian, and copy their features. So that's how you can create the character. I will just rename it to Black Chinese person and save to library, and now close character. And if I go here, you can see that this person have appeared here. So that's how you can use a character builder. Now let's suppose I made this character, but I think this red doesn't look good. You can change its color from beyond here. Click on color, and from top color click here, and you can select white, black, green, whatever you want. You can change its color from here. I can change the skin color to like from all colors. I can go just like, and here it, that's how you can change the color too. There is an add logo option like if for example I am making a video for a specific company and they want their logo in here and maybe in their cap, I can add the logo here and apply this, and it can be added here in the shirt. This option is only available to enterprise or agencies, but I am showing you video currently on screen that how you can change that logo or add that logo to shirt on the cap. There are some interesting characters we can also make. Let's go to characters, view all, and business friendly, and skeleton. Let's search skeleton. As you can see, this is a skeleton. So I this is also a character, and I can do almost all the same things that I can do a real character. Let's make him dance and select something. This as you can see, the skeleton dancing. So that's how you can make something unique too if we wanted to. Let's delete these two for now and bring it here. This skeleton character is very useful. We can make a apple talking or something like that. Let me show you how, and you will be surprised what we can do with this skeleton. Let me go here again, skeleton. Here it is. Right click and copy and edit character, and in here we can remove the mouth, but we can add eyes. Let's suppose I add these eyes, and in the mouth section I add this mouth. Okay, now let's save this and close, and this is new character. Now let me delete this first and change the background to something else so we can clearly see what is happening on the screen, and bring this here and make this larger. Now let's bring an apple from prop section. Props. Sorry, I need to write apple, not props. Apple, and show contemporary style, and let's make this apple a bigger and make it green. I want a green apple, not red. Okay, now I need to bring this to top layer, right click and order, bring to front. Now I can right click and crop this. Now let's zoom out a little, and I can just leave this with the mouth section only and click on something else, and now fit to screen. Bring this here, and just like that we have created a talking apple. Let's double click here, and expression, and sorry, face camera is right. Expression, we can add something talk joy. Now let's preview this. As you can see here is we have a apple talking. So you can use a box, you can use any kind of props and add these eyes and mouth, and it will start talking. That's how we can also make a maybe a dog talking. Let me show you how. Let's go to props and search for a dog which is looking right into camera, so you can make him talk. um let's bring this one. Okay, it is looking right at camera. Let's bring this, and let's bring this to front. Let me adjust it further, and let's preview this how this looks. As you can see, it is now a talking dog. It's not perfect, but you need to think out of the box to make this work. You can remove the eyes to just keep the mouth, and now you can use that perfectly on the dog's face, because this dog's face is little bit, the mouth that I have used is little tilted, that's why it's not showing perfect. But you get the idea that how you can make this work. If you wanted to just use the face expression, face part of the skeleton, and remove the eyes too, because original eyes, the dog have original eyes. We use the eyes on apple because apple don't have eyes. So but dog already does, so we can just bring the mouth section and make the dog talk too. It doesn't work with every kind of animation or every kind of prop, but you need to think out of the box, and you can do these things like this, and make something interesting. You can also make shadow characters, like let's suppose create your own. I go on here, select a style, business friendly, and select this. And you can remove the mouth, you can remove the eyes, nose, eyebrows. And let's suppose you doesn't want to show a face, but a shadow character, or without face character. That's how you can also make it. Just save it to library, and now you can bring it on the screen like this. So that's how you can create a faceless or shadow character, if you want to say it. You can also add silhouette characters. Like if I search on here shadow, you will see some characters that have in black and white. So but you can apply all the animations on it like a normal character. Now that I have shown you character builder, let's see what are the animations and how we can apply on them. Let's delete all of them and bring a character here, office, and let's choose a character, this one. Okay, it looks good. Now when we click here, you get two or three new options: action, expression, and dialogue, and color. Color, I have already explained that how you can change the color of a shirt or person. Now we'll go to actions. Now this is the library of all the actions that can be applied on this character. I have already shown you dance. Let's make something else. Waving. I have made him wave, that you can see. He can wave flag. This one is red flag, so it's not showing. Let's green flag. So if I preview this, you can see it is doing the animations that we have applied on here. Let's apply something. Let's make a scene and choose scene and home. Let's go to cooking. Now this is a dining room, and now let's delete all other characters for now and just remain these two. Now if you click here, and you can see which animations have been applied on here by going to video content, and you can see that in this video and this animation have been applied on this character. Like you don't need to search every animations that to check that which one is applied. You can just go on to here video contents, and you can see the three animations here. First one is applied on this, second is on this, and there is one on this scene which is waving a flag, like this one. Now let's apply a different kind of cooking animation on here. Cooking, there are plenty to choose from. Let's mixing batter, mixing batter, and holding teapot, holding taco platter, pan frying. Now let's preview this. So that's how you can apply different kind of animations on character. Just select the character, go into action, select the one which one you want, and just click on it, and it will be applied automatically. It's that simple. Now there are some new options in expression. In expression, you can change the expressions of the people, like angry, like crying, happy, or surprised. Now there are some talking too, like if he's talking in joy, he's talking in disgust, anticipation, neutral, sad. You can do that. Just know that there is no lip syncing. He will just move his mouth randomly. And there's one more option, direction. You can talk to camera like this, or you can do left, or you can do right. So these are the options on character, and then you can add dialogue too. But I have prepared a separate part for the audio section, so I will explain this audio settings in that part. There are some more tips on animations, but I will also explain that in the animation section of the video. I have prepared a separate part for the animations, in which I will tell you how we can use scenes, props, and characters and make different kind of animations using tips. Those tips and tricks I have learned along the years while using this Vyond. So those that section will be absolutely helpful for you, and so don't miss that. And for now, I have told you the basic animations that we can apply and how can move his face right, left, or towards camera. So now let's move on to the next topic. Okay, now let's talk about scenes. We have already discussed that background is a different thing and scenes is a different thing. In background, it is a plain background like this. This is a plain background, nothing is happening. It's just flat background and non animated. This one is static. So, what is a scene? Scene is basically a pre made template where all the animations or had things, characters, props are already in the scene. That all things make a scene. So if we go into scenes, you can see there are 2000 plus pre-made scenes in here. These are scenes that are have been like catering scenes in here, a sports scene, some finance, health, gaming, like this. And there are some stories already pre-built also available in Vyond. That's not inside this Vyond maker, but we have to go to homepage, and then there is a vast list of already pre-made stories that already have been developed by Vyond. If there is some template that matches with your video that you are trying to make, you can use that template and then edit it according to your own needs. I will show those templates to you later, but for now let's these check these pre-made templates. For example, home, there is 117 home scenes, and this is business friendly. There will be more in contemporary style. Let's select like for this, and then choose scene, another scene, choose scene, another one. Let's go gym room. So that's how you add scenes in your video. Now, if there is any animation happening, it will show here, but for now, as you can see, these scenes are empty, and there is in this scene there are two animations happening, so it's listed here. These are called scenes which have been already made by Vyond. Again, there are three types of scenes, business friendly, whiteboard, and contemporary style. If I go to contemporary style, you can see finance. You can add these scenes. So if you have already selected a scene and you click here, the scene which was already there will be replaced with the new one. For example, I select this one and I select here this one. As you can see, it have been replaced. So make sure if you want to start a new scene, click here and choose scene, then select the one, and then it will be added a new scene later. You can also copy and paste scenes. For example, I want this scene to be come after this one too, but with some different animation or different something. Like I will control select this one and control C, and then select the one where we want to add. Like I want to add after this one, so I will select this and control V. As you can see, this scene have been copied here, so you can copy the scene like this too. For example, I will select this, control C, and I want them to bring between these two 6 and 7 scene. I will click here, Control V, and as you can see, this scene have been copied here too. So that's how you can copy scenes too. You can make your own scenes and save them too. For example, let's suppose I this is a scene, but I want the not contemporary style but business friendly style characters. I will select this and replace it with, this person. I will select this one and this one with this one. So now these all characters have been replaced. And one thing, if you have applied an animation, like there was some animation on the contemporary style characters where he was, standing like arms like this. But when I selected the business friendly style, that animation have been replaced. It's because contemporary style have its own animations and business friendly style have its own animations. If you applied any animation on a, let's suppose, business friendly style, and later you want to replace that character with a contemporary style, the animation will be removed. So you need to make sure that if you are applying an animation and then replacing the scene, it will be removed. It will not, get over there with the new character. So you need to make sure of that. So now I have replaced these three characters, and so now if you want to save this, right click and add to my library. So now this scene have been saved, and you can if I go to scenes, view all, and there is a new my library icon here. Click here. This is a scene we have saved. You can rename it something like three persons and save. You can name it whatever you want. Name something that you can remember. For example, what practice we do is that we name something like, if it's a scene about finance, we will write every word about finance, money, something. Like when you are searching a new scene, maybe that at that time the specific keyword doesn't come into my mind, so I will write everything like finance, money, bank, something like that. So name something that you will remember, or remember the keyword of it. So that's how you can save your own scenes too. And you can select multiple scenes too, like this one, plus control, and then keep selecting all the scenes. So now if you go to assets view, you can see the assets in these scenes. You can select all of the scenes too, like if I select one and press control A, it will select all the scenes that have been here and all the assets that have been that is in these scenes. So if you want to replace something, click here and replace maybe something else, hand gesture like this. So this you can, by this method, you can replace one asset from all the scenes all at once, or you can replace a prop, you can replace a character or something like that. Now there is one more option in scenes, continue scene. This continue scene option, we use this a lot, but this continue scene and this motion path, these two almost work together. In most cases we use these two together. So in the next topic I am going to explain continuous scene and motion path together, so you will know exactly how we use it and how the tips and tricks that we apply to both of these. So let's start that. So now let's talk about continue scene. Let me select all and delete these scenes so we can start fresh. To explain you the continue scene and motion path options, I need to make a scene here. So I need to show you by example. So first I want this character from start here and come here, shake her hand, then sit down. So how I can make this? You need to have two things. First this one scene. So I will apply a walk animation on her, walk, and I have applied walk animation, and click here and then motion path and add a path. As you can see, there is a line appeared and here is also line. So this line will indicate that she will take, this my time to walk from here to there, but I want her to go to right there. So I will select this one and move here. As you can see, she is going back at the table. I will right click here and order and bring to front. Now as you can see at the front of it. So now let me play this animation for you. Preview. She is coming, and here is the animation ending. So I will right click and continue scene. So as you can see, she is here and she is exactly at same point. So I need you to understand one thing. Where motion path ends, if you continue scene in next scene, there the character will be not at the starting point but the at the ending point of it. So she is at the ending point. Now I will apply handshake animation and this one, and on here her to make sure apply the same handshake animation on this so their hand sync together. Otherwise, if you there are so many different kind of handshakes, if you fly different one, their hand will not be synced properly. So let's make this scene shorter. So now let's see how it looks. She's walking down the path and here, and sorry, I think I have applied wrong handshake animation. There is no animation in here. It's just static one. I need to apply a animated one. So this one looks good. Apply this one and on here too. Now let's see how it looks. She is walking and handshake, and now from this scene I can do continue scene, and on her up I can apply sitting down animation. Let me see. Okay, this one looks perfect. And on her I want to walk to this seat and then sit down, walk, and I can mirror and motion path line. Sorry, this one I don't want to go that far. I want her to go to this chair. And so now let's see how it looks from the start. She will come in first scene, come from here to here, handshake, then go back to this chair, handshake, and go back to this chair. I think the animation is too long. I need to shorten it even more like this. And let's see how it looks now. Handshake, and handshake is also taking too long. Shorten it even more. Now I will do continue scene, and she is now at this point. Now I will apply sitting down and mirror it so it sits down on this chair, and on this I will apply sitting animation, proper normal sitting like this. So now let's see how our scene looks with the use of two things. Number one, continue scene option, how we use continue scene, and secondly the motion path scene. So preview, she is walking, comes up to her, handshake, goes back to her seat and sits down. She is not exactly sitting down on it, but let's me adjust her like this. So now let's preview it again. She's also not sitting at the right place, so I will adjust it like this. And now let's see. Okay, still not perfect, but let's see. Now I think scene is perfect. So now let me preview you how it looks now. She is walking down, handshake, she sits down, and she also sits down. She's not sitting down exactly properly, but anyway you get the my point that how we use continue scene option. So I am watching here and here because I have my notes written, so I don't want to miss anything. So okay, so this is how I have explained to you how we use continue scene. Let's make another scene. Choose scene like office scene, something like home office. Okay, we can use this video. And now let's see he preview the scene what he's doing. Okay, he's normally typing something. Okay, let's see continue scene, and in this I will double click and make his expression change to something anticipation, then continue scene, and anticipation to confusion, and continue scene, and now confusion to something like angry. Okay, here is one. So now let me show you how it looks so you can get the idea. Preview, he's typing normally, continue scene, and he's anticipating something and looks confused and now looks angry. So that's how you use continue scene option to show different emotions or different actions in one scene. Let me show you one more example, like something fish in a ball. Okay, this is a ball. Let me make a fish here, fish, goldfish. Okay, now let me make this bigger. Fish is too small, like this. So let's add motion path on it. I don't want to go out of the scene, just here. Now continue scene, and now it's here. Mirror, animation, right here. Continue scene, from here, mirror, motion path, line, right here. So if I preview you this now, you can see goldfishes moving from left to right. So that's how we use continue scene option. So I have explained continue scene option, but there are more options in this motion path. So I need to explain this motion path. Motion path is basically keyframes. You can add keyframes on things, but not exactly keyframes, but something like keyframes. Let me explain what I'm saying. So let me show you a blank scene. Change its background color to something like this, or let's make an apple. Bring this apple onto the scene. Now let's see, this is the apple size right now, and I want to change the size of it. In other softwares we use keyframes, but in here we use motion path. Let's see none, and there are so many options here. Let me select any one like this. Now I don't want to go from here to there, I just wanted to change its size. So I will bring this up here exactly where it was starting, and like this, and just make it bigger. So now if I preview this, you can see how it's changing its size exactly at same place. So as we can say, I have applied keyframes, but it's not keyframe, it's motion path, but it's something similar. So that's how we change the size of something using keyframes. Let's go to continue scene, and now I bring it this here and apply motion path, and now this time I will change its position. So first I showed you how we can change its size. Now I will show you how we can change something's position. So position, and what next? Rotation. You can also apply rotation. Let's do continue scene, and from here motion path and line, and here, and at this point I want it to be 90 degrees. You can add here 90, sorry, 180, should be 180, and like this. So now if I preview this, you will see it will not only change its position but rotation too. You can do this at one place too, like this, and bring this exactly at the same place where it started. So if I preview this, you can say it's changing its rotation at the same point. Here we are changing its size. On next scene we are changing the position, and in the third scene we are changing its rotation. So it is kind of keyframes, but not exactly keyframes. There are so many motion paths. Let me explain some more. Continue scene, and I will replace this with something like a ball. Can be football or cricket ball or something. Let's select this one. Okay. Now I want to add a motion path on it, and motion path, and there are so many like curve. If I applied this one, you will see that preview, it's going like that. And if I apply something like this, you can see I can make this like this. It's you know first hitting the ground and going like this. There are so many other options too, like for example wave. You can add wave too. So there are so many pre-built animations which you can apply, a loop or a spiral or something like this. I don't know what it's called exactly, but it is, you can see, like this. Now you must be thinking where it will be applied. For example, let me show you where it can be applied. For example, let me select ball and replace this with a B. Now this is a B. Now if I preview this, you will see now it's just at, you know, its position is downward but is going like this. So we can also adjust that. Go to its position and path settings and go into like rotation align to path. Now it will also change its position too. Let me preview. You will see like this. It's going over, it's going the wrong way, but anyway, you get my point. I can adjust it. Like, you know, there are styles too. You want to go like this, or you can change its position to like this or angled. Like if I go do this, you know, it is like doing that. So these are the motion paths, and you can do this. You can ease in, ease out from a to the. Let me show you how what it mean by ease in and ease out. And its position, I need to 90 degrees like this and 90-degree again. Now it's going from point A to point B, as you can see. Simple, very simple. Okay, but I want it to do ease in. If you know, if you have used any software like Premiere Pro, After Effects, you know what is ease in and ease out. So you can ease in, ease out too. If you want to ease out or ease in out, you can apply these on both. So that's how, you know, it will start slow, then go move fast, then again slow. So there are some graphs about ease in and ease out, and you can, you know, experiment with this to see which one fits your animation best. So these are the motion paths. There are so many examples here. Shape, like you can go to circles, you can diamonds or heart. So select the one which, you know, looks best. Like this one is now a looks like a ball. Let me replace with a ball again, so you will get better idea, like something basketball. Now if I, you know, preview this like this, so, you know, maybe there is an animation where you want to show a kid playing basketball and he throws the ball. So this is the animation how you will apply it. You select all and position this. You can select both and, you know, make something like this, so it will look more natural. Right now it's junky, so let me select both and do the ease in and both ease in and ease out. Let's see how it looks now. It looks a little better now, but you get my point that these are motion paths where you can apply motion on something. Like you want to make a plane flying from something in the random path, you know, you can modify the path too. It's not about that it is fixed. You can select one path and, you know, do something if you want, like go here and then go there, and then you can ease in, ease out, and you can reduce the points. Like I can add extra points or I can remove the points. I can do smooth curve or I can do angled curve. I can do clockwise or anti-clockwise. So, and you can also fit in custom settings too, like after here and there how my delays should be and what should be the duration. Once you will start doing animation, you will get the idea that how you want to animate your scene. It will look difficult to you in first, but once you tried it 4 or 5 times, you will get to know that how easy it is to do this. Mostly we use these custom paths or motion paths for walking or, you know, running animations. These balls or these other paths, that there are so many types, we don't use much. Very rarely we need to do any other, but mostly it's just walking and plain line. But you can, as I have seen you how we can use the line animation to, you know, scale, change position or add rotation to it too. If I you can want to remove position bar, just click remove and ball will be here, and I can change its color too like this. And there is one more tip I want to give you, because we can change position, rotation or scale, but no opacity. So if we want to change opacity, how can we do that? So there is a small trick that we use. You exit animation and go to fade and extend this like 3 seconds and then do continue scene. So if I go to this scene and show you preview, you will see that it is slowly disappearing. Or you can control C and next scene control V, and then you can remove the exit animation and add the fade animation. Do this. So if you want to fade out like this and then fade in, so this is kind of how we can adjust opacity of anything. You can't really change the opacity of it like other, like if you want to do 0 to 50%, now this object doesn't have 50% opacity, so you need to do this with a prop which have the opacity settings to it. So now I have, in this topic I have explained how we can use continuous scene option, how we use the motion path, how we use the keyframes, how we can use the opacity option. Now in this section we will talk about text, how to add text, how to animate the text, how we can replace text, etc, etc. So let's start. First let me add a scene which has something about text. Let me write text here. Okay, now this is a screen which has some text. Let's preview it first and see how it is. Okay, as you can see, just text come from left to right. So first, how to add text. This scene have already text, but let me go into back scene and manually add text. Here is the text, and we have currently hidden the whiteboard animation, but we can see the contemporary and business friendly text. Let me remove this and go back, view all, and now we are business friendly. As you can see, there are some pre-made templates like this. Let me preview it. Okay, text comes on like this. You can use these if you have like something here pre-made. Let me preview this one too. So now these are already grouped. As you can see, they move together, but if you double click, you can move them individually too. I have changed the position of text, but if I move this, you can see text still moves with it because they are grouped together. To fix that, you can right click and ungroup them, and then it can be moved separately. Let me write something here. This is sample title. As you can see, text is now distorted and doesn't look good. Let me change the background first to something else. Now this looks fine. Now click here, and here the text properties. You can do auto size. Now if you take this handle and move this, you can see that the text auto resizes according to this. So I will click here and bring this right here, so the text remains between these lines. So I can now group them again, and it is also the same thing. So how you can animate the text? Let me delete them. This is was how we can manually add and edit them. Now let's remove it manually. Just click here and it will operate the text box. I am a text box. Okay, now click here. You can change the color of it, any color you want. You can change the font. Here's a list of the fonts which are already in the Vyond. You can select something if you liked it like this, and I can auto resize and then change its size. You can bold it or italic if you like, and alignment right left, or align top, align bottom, or direction left to right. For example, if you are writing some other language which may be written from right to left, you can say like Urdu language, it's written from right to left, so you can change it according to the language. Now if you have multiple lining, like if I just copy and paste. So now let me show you the other options which are there. This is horizontal padding, and this is vertical padding, and this is spacing. Like if I do this 3, you can see that the spaces between these lines have been increased to 3. So that's how this padding and spacing works. Now close this, and this was, now let me undo this now, and this is it. Let me show you how you can add an animation on it. As you can see in this scene, there are no effects or animation right now here. So select the text and go to interfact, and let's first start with the instant option. Instant, you can see that this text effect starts from 0 and ends here. Let me bring this up from 2 seconds and end that 5 seconds. Now when I will preview this, the text will instantly appear on 2 seconds mark and will end on 5-second mark. Let me preview. As you can see, empty, and now it have appeared and now gone. So it is now have the instant effect. Let me change the effect to something like station panels. Now you can see that there is small, this line have appeared, and this is kind of the duration of the animation. It will start here and end here. Let me bring this up to 2 seconds, and now if I will preview this, now the text will start appearing on 2 seconds and will do the interfact till this point. Let me preview this and show you how it works. It will start appear on 2, and then as you can see at the 3.5 seconds mark, the animation completes. So that's how we can animate text. So that's how we can apply animations on any text. Now about this scene, there are multiple text on this screen. Let's move them and select this, and you can see that this one have been highlighted. So this one, the first text, then second, and I can adjust the timing here. So after the animation of first text ends, then this one starts, then this one. So I will adjust the timing here and then here. So I want them to come one by one, and also adjust this one. So this one comes with the first text, and I will click and drag it to here. The second one, this one, the second one, so I will click and drag to here. And third, click and drag with this, and the last one, click and drag to the last animation here. So now these two will appear, then these two, then these two, and then these two. That's how you can adjust the timings of the text or any animation for that sake. Like if even we are working with props, I will talk about props in a bit. So there's how on timeline we adjust the timings of the any animation. Preview these two, then next, and then next. So that's how you can adjust the timing of the text or any animation on props or text or characters or anything. But we have a separate topic on the scene transitions and animations. We will discuss further in there. So this was everything about text and its text properties and text animation. So now let's go to the next topic. Now let's talk about charts. If we can expand this and click on charts, you can see all the charts here. I will click on view all, and these are all the charts available to us. So let's click on bar chart, and I can open this. So now this is a sample. You can modify the value of it by clicking on chart data. So here is our chart, and we can enter or edit data. Let's suppose it's 35. I can add it 25 and range 2, 20, range 3. Let's suppose I can do this 55, and that's how you can modify the data. And if we click here chart setting, there are so many settings here: chart style, stock data or without stock data, background fill or reference line max or minimum, or reference point max and minimum, legend or without legend, and axis, horizontal or vertical. So there are so many settings here which you can do according to your chart data. So this software have I would say the best chart settings in there. Let me explore some other chart. Funnel chart, let's explore it. And let me delete this one. Now 60 40 20 10. I can modify it like 60. I can do this, 50. I can do this 35, 25, 15. You can modify it according to your needs. You can add an additional data here, like 5. That's how. And then you go to chart setting and chart style, and descending or ascending ordering, you can change that. You can style to vertical to horizontal, or border width, you can change it, let's say 10. And gap, let's gap 1. So that's how you can add or remove data. Now let me show you the chart which we use the most. This one chart we use this too much. Let me show you, and that is this percentage and these charts. Let me show you a pizza. Now I can resize this and preview. You can see how it looks with before 75%. And if I expand this, you can see the animation time. I can expand this to 2 seconds. And chart settings, now the maximum value is 100, and the value we have selected 75. We can do this 65, and count from 0. We can change that to 10. And settings value, you can remove value or remove percentage or remove both, or you can change the direction to top left to right, bottom left to right, or the all settings here, but you can't change the grid of this one. Let me delete this and show something else. View, percentage. Now this one is also we used very much. Now these are 10 bulbs, and we want to show 7 out of 10, these kind of settings. And one more thing, you can change this bulb, or you can change the pizza too. Like if I click here and write something people, and maybe select this one, now we can, there is some video where we want to talk about 7 out of 10 people are doing this and that. So you can make this kind of animation there. And I can remove these two from there, and you can change the direction to, right now it's starting from here to there, but you can change from here to there. And you can change the grid too, like I can do 5, sorry, uh 2, 2, 5, like this. So you can change that too. If I preview this, it will do like this. So that's how we use this chart. You can change the value from 7, and maximum value you can, let's suppose let me do this 5 by 2. That looked better to me. And you can write 3 out of 5. That's how you can do it too. And from we can grid 5 into 1. Now 5, 3 out of 5, and preview. Every 3 out of 5 persons are doing this and that. That's how you can show your data in charts. So that there are so many charts which you can explore here. um, Area chart, bar chart, funnel chart, line chart, pie chart, radar chart, radial chart, scattered data, legacy charts, pie chart. We also have used this very much. You can change the values from here 50 to 75 or something like that. And chart settings, there are so many settings which you can modify. So that's how the charts work in Vyond. So now let's move on to the next topic. Now let's talk about props. Let's expand this and go into props panel. View all, and as you can see, 3 types of props: contemporary, whiteboard, and business friendly. Let's start with Apple. You can hide or show some styles, like I want to hide whiteboard animation and want to hide business friendly, and it have left me only with props from contemporary style. Let's bring this apple here and resize it. Now this one is a prop. You can change the color of it. You want not much ripe apple, green apple, so here it is. You want to change its color of this leaf, you can green, from green to this green, and from you can change its color, right this, change its color to like this, or that's how you can edit it. Now there are two types of props, some are animated and some are static like this. Let me show you that. Go into props and remove this, and let's go to animals, and you can see there are some have this kind of play button right next to it. So if you click this, you will see that the it have animation. Let me add this and resize it, and if I preview this, you will see the animation already applied on it. So as long as the scene is running, this prop will keep doing its animation. You cannot stop it or you cannot pause it. So that's a downside of it. But in any case, this will keep doing this until the scene is running. So you have to keep in mind when using a prop. So there are so many props. You can see some fish, bear, dogs, cats, and there are so many categories here: kitchen, retail, maps, money, finance, and in same goes for business friendly. There are so many here. And in contemporary style, you can change colors, like I can maybe want a black like this and with little bit of gray. You can do that, but not all business friendly have the color option. Let me show you apple again. Now if I hide this and only show business friendly, a apple, this have, now I have brought two apples on screen. One is green apple and one is red apple. Both are from the business friendly style, but you can see it have the color change option like this. You can change color, but this one have nothing. Same goes for the opacity. Some have opacity and some don't, because Vyond is very old software. It was maybe made on Adobe Flash, so it used to have some characters, some props which was color changeable, some were not. But after 2019 they switched to HTML5. So now some old props have no color options, but all the new props which are coming now have that color option. So also keep in mind when using any prop that if you may want to change the color, then you have to select a prop which have this property to change the color. You can animate this. Let me animate something here. Right click, right, you can click on here interfect, and let's slide this from the right side and exit it from the left side. Left, let's preview this. You can see it came from the right side and it will go back to the same side like this. So that's how you can animate its properties. You can make it longer by dragging this, and now if I preview this, apple will come from slowly and then stay here for this amount of time, and then from here it will again start going back. So that's how you can animate any prop. You can bring any prop from outside to apple png images, and you can download any image from here and upload it and then use it. But there are some kind of animations which you can't do. You can bring any character from outside, but you will not be able to add the actions on it. But in props you can change the animation on it too. Like I have free pick, so I will bring some apple here. Apple png. Okay, this looks like png, but I don't know. Oh, no, it's JPG. I can remove the background here, Let's remove it quickly. I think now Vyond also offers the background remover tool. Let's try that. Download PNG. But let's try bringing that. Let's try removing background. Okay, it's not bad. It's not good either because there is some white here left. But anyway, it is good enough for us. I can animate this too, right? I can slide from upwards and then out animation. I will add slide down. So let's see how it looks and preview this. And that's how you can animate the external props which we uploaded ourselves and not from its own library. You can now generate props too, but currently I don't have the professional subscription. I am using the premium one. But you can image, text to image, you can write something which you want and then add that directly into your timeline. So that is also an option if you are using the professional package or enterprise or agency package. So this was everything about props. Let's move to the next topic. Now in this topic we will talk about transitions and animations. I had to combine these two because they only work on the timeline, and I probably need to explain three things here. First, how timeline works and how animation works in this, and also how transition works in this. So this is kind of three in one topic. So let's start. So I have gathered five scenes here which have some different scenes in there, and now I will apply a transition on each scene. Scene transition, none, and here are all the list of the transitions we can apply. There are so many, you can choose which one looks better to you. Let me select one here, then click on next scene. Scene transition, fade to black. Then on this scene, blinds, vertical. There is already a transition here, so I will skip this one and go into next, and motion graphics and rings. Now let me expand this one a little so you can see that more easily. So as you can see, there is a this green bar have appeared on each scene. This green bar tells us that there is a transition applied on this scene, and if you hover your mouse on this, you can see that duration is also shown like 0.5 seconds. This is half a second long. You can click and drag to make it longer, like if I want to 1 second here, and I can make each one so it is same for every scene. Okay, now let's preview. And first transition, second transition, third, fourth, and fifth. That's how we apply transitions on each scene. Now there are so many transitions, and you need to understand one thing: less is more. You don't need to apply so many different kind of transitions to make a scene look good. In this case, less is more. Use maybe three or four transitions in whole your video, like three or four your best one. And I will also tell you which three or four are my favorites, which I use almost in any scene. There are so many transitions which I have never used in my 6 years of career, and I have made over probably 500 to 1000 videos. So there are some which are good, have some are which doesn't look as professional, but if there is a demand or there is a need to use that one, please do. But less is more. Now I have explained the transitions. Now let's move to animation. Let me delete these extra scenes so I can focus on one only. Okay, this one looks good. Let me expand it little more. As you can see, there is a scene, there is animation happening, like these two are handshaking, but there is nothing here. It means there is no animation applied here. So let's add animation to this scene, and by adding animation I will also explain the timeline here. So first let's make him sit normally and not handshake, and her too, like this. So let's animate this scene. So how we can animate this scene to make it little more dynamic? Table will come from down here and these things will come from above. Let's animate this like left click, interfect and slide from up. Done. And these things, monitor, keyboard, paper, pencil, these should come from above, slide down. So as you can see, all the animations I am applying are appearing here. Let me remove the scene transition. Now what left is this lady, her chair, this person's chair, and this one. So I will select these two. You can press shift and select multiple persons or multiple objects on the screen. So right and slide, I want to come from right to left, so left, and this person and these two should come from left to right, so left to right, and this should come from down to up. Okay, now let's see how it looks now. This is too quick. Let me adjust its timing. So first, this is only half second, so I will go to 1 second mark. Now I want this table and these things come first, then these characters. So I will select these four and move them half second later, and also adjust them to 1 second like this. And I will take this plant and move this here, and I want to come it at end. So let's preview it how it looks now. As you can see, this was a simple scene, looked totally static. Now it's little dynamic, a little more improvement. Let me show you again. It feels slow, but I wanted to show you this adjustment, so how you can adjust timeline with it. So that's how you adjust timeline and its ending. You can also add the exit animation too. Let me extend this to 5 seconds and select, pressing shift I will click here and all of these layers will be selected. So another extra tip for you. Now exit effect, and I want them to disappear, fade. So I click on fade and you can see all of these have been applied here. You can adjust the timing from like this here too, but I don't want. As you can see, I moved it further from outside the timeline, outside the scene, so it's showing me this little error. So let me extend this and now adjust it now here. So let me show you how it looks now. And they all fade away. So that's how that animations work in this. And I can expand this again. Now if I right click here and do continue scene, you will see there is nothing here. Why? Because we added exit transitions on all these things. So when we add exit transition on next scene, it doesn't appear. But if we hadn't added any exit transitions, then all of these objects, these props will be here on the next scene. So let me select all of them and remove the exit transition, delete this scene, and then continue scene. You can see all of this is still here. Let me show you a little trick how we can made our custom transitions of sort. Like it's daytime right now, but I want to show them day to night scene. So I will go to sky and make it little darker like this, and right click, and in the transition I will add dissolve. So when this scene will dissolve into this one, it will look like they were talking and the daytime shifted to nighttime. Let me show you how it works. Preview, like that. how seamless it is. That's how you can, make a day to night transitions if you want. So now I want to tell you my favorite transitions, which I almost use on every videos. Okay, first one is fade to black. I use this so much. Then fly out from lower left or lower right. Okay, after that, iris from center. Like, let me show you how this looks too, so you get an idea. Like this, that one. Okay, after that, motion graphics and this rings one, like this. If we need a longer transition, this one works very best. Then slide up, slide down, depends on the scene. This one also looks good. And then wipe down, wipe left, this one also looks good. And then circular reveal and dissolve, these are the one I almost use in every video. There are many others which I have used somewhere, but not much. These were the ones that I've mentioned. These one are used in almost every video. So these were my favorites. So in this topic, we covered scene transitions, props, animations, and how timeline works, and day to night transition trick, and some of my favorite transitions. So let's move on to the next topic. Now let's talk about how we can use the camera option in Vyond. So let me select a scene somewhere like office, and this is office. Okay, now I don't want to show the full scene. What I can do is add the camera. And to add the camera, we need to click camera, add camera. Now this have appeared. You can resize it from here like this. Let's suppose for first scene I want to show her talking. I can click on continue scene, and in this scene I can show him. And then in the third scene, sorry, control Z, right click and continue scene. And now I want to add the animation in the camera, add camera movement. And from here I can write this and like this. Now in the first scene camera will be here, in second scene camera will be here, and in third scene camera will start slowly zooming out. So let me show you how it works. Let's preview this. As you can see, in next scene camera is on him, and third scene camera starts slowly moving out. So this is the blue line which shows when camera will start moving and when it will end. So we can, increase the length of the scene, and camera will take longer like this. And now camera will take longer. It is slowly zooming out. You can also change the handles from here and like this. And that's how you can, change that, adjust the timing of the camera. Now this was one way we use the camera. Now let's start another scene, and maybe jungle scene like this. Now there is no camera here. I want to focus on this tiger. So let's add camera and add camera movement, and I will go like this here. And these are the things that I want to remove, so I will select them, all of them, and right click and click on group, and this and this, and click on group. Now I will add motion path, line down. I will zoom out a bit, click here and make them bigger. Right click, motion path, line, zoom out, click here and make them bigger. Now in this scene, the camera will slowly move in and the things will start disappearing. I am not hearing to teach you about how movie making works, how camera works. I am just giving you a simple how we do things sometimes. Let's preview this and see how it looks. And that's how it's going straight down, but I want to move, move them like this, and same goes for this and this. Now let me show you again. That looks so much better. It was a simple static scene, but we made it dynamic. Now it looks more interesting, more engaging. So that's how we use camera to do different things. Let me show you one more example. Carnival. Okay, now this is a carnival scene which we can use. Now I want to show everything, but it's too zoomed out. So let me add a camera, and we can do this, and here, and pan the camera across the screen like this, and change the length scene. So now it will show you the whole carnival from left to right, like it's a dolly or moving camera. I don't know the technical term, but it is what it is. So it was a static shot, but we made it interesting using the camera. Now we can do some transitions too. Like for example, in this scene, I take the camera and go to this blue sky, and now let's another scene and do something like street, and here is the street shot, and I will add this. I will see that this color is in background is same in the next scene too. Like I will copy this color, and the sky color of this should be the same. Control V, and it is now same. So now I will add the camera and bring this into same color here, and then add camera movement and full screen. You will see how it is now. Let me preview you. As you can see how we use the camera to a transition. So that's how we made the scene interesting. There is one trick we use when we need to copy the camera into the next scene. Like for example, this is the scene where is the camera, and I want the next scene to camera be the exactly same space. How we can do that? Let me remove this scene entirely and remove the camera movement. Now where the camera ends, here is its end position and end size. I will copy these positions and paste it here, like end position, Control C, and end position, Control V, Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V, Control C, and Control V. Now, whenever the scene will change, the camera is exactly at same space. So that's how we manage the camera movement. Like for example, a scene is changing, but the camera is exactly at the same spot. That's how you can copy the camera from one scene to another scene. Let me preview you. That's how you can use the camera from last scene to the next scene. It used to be a single kind of camera, but now Vyond have introduced some extra camera options. Let's suppose you want to make a vertical video. How you can make a vertical video in Vyond? Now, as you can see, the camera is not vertical, it is horizontal, but I want to change the video to vertical. How we can do that? There is a one small video settings option here. Go to aspect ratio and go to vertical and save. Now you can see the camera have been changed from uh, horizontal to vertical. And now if I play the video, you will see how it looks. Now it's vertical video. You can download it as vertical video. So that's how you can make the vertical video in Vyond. For some scene you can also do the custom camera settings, like custom and 9 by 16 I want 3 by 4. You can also do that like this. So sometimes we need custom camera setting and we can do that. I would rather download this video in full horizontal mode and then convert it afterwards in any other Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve. But if you want to do it inside Vyond, this is how you do it. So it's very simple. So I think this was everything about camera. Let's move to the next topic. Okay, now let's talk about audio. Okay, let me delete all these scenes from here so we can, have one scene where I can explain everything. Let me remove this motion path and both of them sitting. Okay. Now there are two persons in this scene. We want them to talk. How we can do that? First, select this, and there is new option dialogue. You can add dialogue by mic recording. Let me replace this with a male so I can add my own voice to him. Characters, and select any male character here, like this one. Okay, he looks very small. Okay, anyway, let's dialogue, add dialogue and mic recording. So let me record my audio. Hello, my name is Sohaib Danish. What is your name? So let's see how it sounds. And there is a new option, speech enhancer. If you have professional plan, it works very well. It removes the background noise and enhance your audio to a very good quality. I have used this option in my other account and it is very good. If you have professional plan, it's worth it. So as you can see, the audio have been added here. So let's see how it sounds. And if right click here and go to settings, you can select which character it should talk this lines. You can select both of them which are in the scene, but I will still select this one. And let's see how it sounds. Hello, my name is Sohaib Danish. What is your name? As you can see, this audio was recorded from my laptop's mic, so it's not very good and its mouth is not very much, doing the thing it should supposed to do. So I will do that. I will increase its audio level to 200. So now you can see the bars have been increased and now it will do more better lip syncing. Sohaib Danish, what is your name? Okay, it's not good, but you get my point. Now do the continue scene, and now he should be silent and she should talk. So I will add dialogue and text to speech. My my name is Maria. How are you doing? Okay, you can select from audio level female, and there are so many languages here. You can select agency and enterprise, and I think professional plan also have that well said labs audio available here. Those voices are too good. It's I have listened to so many text to speech engines, but the well said labs have the best one. So if you get that professional plan, it will be very best for you because these audios are very good. So it have been already selected a female Jenny. So I will you can change the tone to like a chat, newscast, angry. I will just do the chat, speed, medium, pitch, default, and click here to generate, and it will generate and add it here. Now let's see how it sounds. My name is Maria. How are you doing? You can also take this one, and like this you can modify the where it should start, and it's like cropping your audio from there, and then we can make the scene shorter. I have shown you two. One, mic recording. Second, text to speech. And third one is you can upload your own audio if you have some recording. So I had one recording available in my computer. It's in Urdu language, but you will get the idea how we can use external audio. So this is the audio. I will right click and do the settings and select this character. So now if I preview, he will talk. As you can see, his lips are not moving very well because the audio level of this audio is very low. So if you will have a proper recording from a voiceover artist or something, his lips will move perfectly. And one more thing that we do, that if we don't select the character here at all, just let it as it is and then select him and expressions, we can add something like talk neutral, no lip sync. His lips will move and you will see that like he is talking. So that's how you can also add audio in this, like there is audio but his lips are not moving with the audio, his lips are moving randomly but it looks bad. Now we have discussed the voiceover, now let's talk about audio. There are so many voiceover so many musics available here, some of them are very good and you can use them on your videos. Now one more tip I want to give you, that let's suppose I add this voice with music and split and delete this one. So what should be the ratio between voiceover and background music? My experience is that normally when the voiceover is good enough and loud enough, it's not loud enough. So I will do this 150% and the music should be between 10 to 15%. It's enough. In most cases we just set it to 13%, 12, 13% and it's good enough. So right click settings and make this 12%. And you can also add fade in, that when scene start music slowly fades and slowly ends. So settings, fade, and 2 seconds is too much, I think 1 second is enough. One and enter, and just now if I play this scene, you will see that music will slowly start and then slowly end. तो अगर आप चेक करना चाहते हैं कि ये कहाँ पर किस तरह हुआ था, तो हम यहाँ पर क्लिक करके इस तरह. Now the audio quality of this voiceover is very bad because it was recorded on a laptop's mic, so it is not good enough. But if you have a clear voiceover from something like professional voiceover artist, then this audio will be like 100% and this will be 12%. So that should be the ratio between these two. You can also add some sound effects too, like pop. If I click here, you can see this have appeared here. Let me expand this and apply something here so we can sync that pop effect and pop, and where it is popping, like I will add this sound effect right here. So now let me delete this voiceover and this music too, so you can hear the sound effect like this. So you can add sound effects too. There are some ambient sounds here too, ambience, campfire, chatting, city. Like if we have a city, let me replace with city. Now this is a city and we have added a ambient sound, city sound, so you will now listen to it. As you can hear that this audio sound have been already in the Vyond library. You just need to put it on the scene and adjust its audio level. I think it's too loud. I think 20% or 10% is enough if you have a voiceover doing over it. There is one thing I need to tell you, which is very important. Sometimes we need to copy the scene from one place to another. Let's see. I control C this, and if I move it here, you can see scene have been copied but voiceover is still here. So in that case, if you want to copy a scene, you can click and drag this inside the scene too. Now this voiceover inside this scene. So if I now copy it here, you can see not only scene have been copied but the voiceover is also gone with it. So there is another trick for you if you want to move or copy your scene from one place to another. So that's where the audio will not mess up or out of sync, it will move with the scene. So in this section I have explained you mic recording, text to speech, and using external audios. I have also explained about background music that is already in the Vyond. What should be the voiceover to background music ratio, and also sound effects, and also ambient sounds which you can use. So this is it for the audio section. Let's move on to the next topic. Now, in this topic, let's talk about masking. What is masking? Masking is basically when there is a, let's suppose we have a image that big, but we want to show it inside a mobile screen. So the rest of the part which doesn't fit inside the mobile get cuts off. So let me show you an example so you will understand it more easily. So we need to go to props and search for masking. It will show us all the props which can be masked, like there is a screen. Let's bring it on screen and make it bigger. So I need something to show inside this screen only. So how I can do that? I need to do this masking, add asset, and now I can add something here. Let me show something. If I have something in uploads like this image, I will click here, and as you can see it is now showing here. I will double click. If I move it, it, if I click here, it's not visible, but if double click, you can see this image is here. I will click here and drag this. Let's see, make this big. And if I just click here, as you can see, the part which is not in the screen get cuts off. So that's how masking works. You can do this in mobile computer screen or mobile too. Let me show you something. Masking in props, and there must be, as you can see, there are some picture frames, there are some LED screen, there are some billboards, and there are some browser windows. You can do with all of them. Let me make a new scene, add blank scene and browser window. Now this is a browser window. You need to show something here. Mask, add asset, go into uploads and go into uploads and select this image again and make this bigger and select. As you can see that it is only showing the part that is inside this window. You can do this with a scene too. Let me search for mobile in props, and this is a smartphone. Let's make it bigger and mask, add asset, and from select this screen again, make it bigger, and that's how masking works inside Vyond. So I have shown you a screen, a browser window, a mobile, and now let me show you a trick. Like we show this that is masking, but it's not actually masking. Let me show you. Blank screen, and let's take a computer screen again. Screen. Let's select this one again, and let's make its color white like this, and select a character, like any character, casual, and let's select something which looks like a teacher or something. Let's select this one. Let's suppose she is teaching something. So select, go to actions and search on teaching, and this is something teaching, presenting. So but let's make its face towards the camera like this, and change the background color to something else so it doesn't interfere, like this. And now we need to right click and crop and zoom out a little and make it like this and like this. This is not basically crop, it's basically masking. So now you can also move it with arrow keys. So if I down arrow, up arrow, right, left, that's how you can fix it too. And this looks perfect. Now if I preview this, you can see there is a she is coming out of the screen. So that's how you can, think while thinking out of the box, you can think some things like this, which makes your video more interesting, more engaging. So this is also masking. Let me show you one more example and then we can end this masking chapter. And some color. So sorry, color, and like this you can select a circle, and not every prop can have masking properties. You need to check that which one have the properties and do this. Like this one doesn't have, so I will delete this one and make this bigger. This circle have a you know uh, drop shadow too. Let's mask a character. You can mask a character too, not just props. Sorry, characters, view all, and some character like this one. You can arms. I want him to do like this something. So let's see if yes, this one looks perfect. And smiling like happy. Okay, as you can see, now this one is inside the circle, and you can add any kind of animation on it too. You just need to double click on it and the animation, you can apply any animation on it. Let me make something that is more dynamic cooking, so I can show you how it works inside a mask. Okay, like this cuts off. Let me preview this one. As you can see, he is doing the cooking but inside the circle. You can do the same inside this screen too. you know you can add this character inside the screen and he is cooking. Like, for example, you can one more thing, you can add video too. I forgot to tell you. Let me show you how you can add video inside this too. Double click, replace, and let's go to uploads, and I have uploaded this video. I will select this one and it will be replaced. So let me modify it according to screen and adjust it a little bit, and looks perfect. Now if I preview it, you can see that this video inside that screen is playing. So in some cases, we need to show a person like sitting in home watching TV something, so you can add a video or something there. Or if a person is sitting in his home, there is a background where there is a window, you need to show something like rain is happening, so you can make that too in there. So that's how you can use masking. Let me show you one last trick about rain. Let's select a background, some location which have a flat wall. Okay, this one. Now you can go to props and search for rain, and there is this window, and let's resize it and change its color to black. Sorry, rain color. We don't need to change the rain color. I want to change this color, and maybe take a prop and shape and something like this. Fix it. Press shift and resize it according to this. Send to back. Change its color to something daytime sky color and light. And now if we preview this, you can see that there is a window and it's raining there. So it was another trick for you for this chapter. So let's move on to the next topic. Now, after talking all the aspects of Vyond Studio, we will make a video from scratch and we will try to use all the informations that I have given in my previous topics into one little video. So, you will understand better how we make a video. So, let's click all and delete everything. Delete all scenes. We want to start fresh. So, now I have deleted everything. Let's start from zero. So the scene I have in my mind is, let's go to something stage. Okay. Okay, this day looks good. Okay, now I want some sofas on here. sofa, something that will look better on there. Maybe that. I think this looks good enough. Let me size it down like that, and maybe increase its width so more people can sit on it. And one sofa that is tilted into right side like this, and mirror, something like that. And let's bring some characters into this. Go to characters, view all, and like let's see one. We can make this as a host, one person, two person, and let's make them. And we need one more sofa, control C, control V, and mirror. So this is our host sitting. Okay, mirror and small size here, sitting. Okay, let's use some of this. Okay, like this, facing the host off, and same goes for him. Okay, now let's add a camera into it because it's too zoomed out. So I want to, let's see, add camera movement and like this, and make her talking something. Let's sitting and talking, sitting and talking. Now let's see how it looks now. Okay, it looks too fast. So I will do this. Now let's see, and increase the length to 5 seconds. Okay, it's now, it seems like she's talking with some guest on the stage. So let's go to next scene, continue scene, and where she will talk to the camera. Direction, face camera, add action, talk neutral or talk joy, I think. Talk joy. And let's add a dialogue here. Text to speech. She will say, now we will invite our next guest on stage. Please welcome everyone, Mr. John Cena. Okay, let's style this and let's see how it sounds. It is a big gap here. I will split from these and delete this, close this and delete, and join this here and fix this. Now let's see how it looks, and I will add a transition in this scene and dissolve, and should be less than half second. Okay, now let's see how it looks now.
Now, we will invite our next guest on stage. Please welcome everyone, Mr. John Cena.
Okay, we have invited Mr. John Cena. I don't think I have animation or character for John Cena, but let's say continue scene, and I will remove the camera for now. And let's introduce our next character, and it should be a bodybuilder of some kind. Body builder. Okay, nothing. So why not make a character? So let's go back and make a muscular character. Select style, business friendly, and this one looks better. And in clothes, There I have seen a muscular character body here. Let me search for that. Okay, this one looks better. He's not John Cena, but he looks like it. And select some better eyes for him. Okay. And its shoes doesn't look good enough to me. I will select something else. And this one. Okay. And his shorts should be like something John Cena wears. This one maybe. Yeah, that looks okay. So let's name this character John Cena. Okay, saved library and close character. And now let's bring this and start from here. So make this him smaller and he will walk from here line to at this sofa and bring something down and bring him to front. He's already in front. Okay, and let's add walking animation on him. Walking. So now let's see how it looks. And I will add a camera here now. Camera, and camera should move with him. So from starting here to here, and camera should start something after. Okay, let's see how it looks now. So now let's preview from the start. First she's talking to the guests, then
Now, we will invite our next guest on stage. Please welcome everyone, Mr. John Cena.
and he's walking on the stage and stops right there. Okay, now let's do the continue scene animation. He looks uh, at the audience and bows down. Bow. Okay, while happy and facing camera. So let's see how it looks. Preview. Okay, camera is not looking good to me. Smaller, and this, let's see. Okay, good. Now I want to add another animation, but in the same scene. Let's suppose I don't want to use the continue scene option, so I will do that. Sorry, I will select the character and add the instant animation and end it right here. Then I will copy this character, Control C, Control V. So as you can see now, you have second character, and on this character I will add the sitting down animation. Like he is standing up, and from there he will be sitting down animation. And here I will and move from the second character to right here and end it here. So this is an extra tip for you that how we can animate one character but two animations in one scene. So this is an additional tip for you. So let's start from the beginning again and see how our animation is looking now.
Now, we will invite our next guest on stage. Please welcome everyone, Mr. John Cena.
Okay, the camera movement is not good. I think we need to expand the camera a little bit so we can see his whole character. I want the camera to be very tense, so I will copy the second camera settings from Control C and Control V. So camera is exactly the same where it was in the last scene. That's how we copy the camera. And the size. Now I hope see it will be good. He comes there, bows down, and sits down. And sits down, his sitting is little bit funky. I will do this. Okay. Now continue scene. And because we had added a instant, I will remove this and delete this last scene and then continue scene again. As you can see, now the character is here and now he is sitting down and now he will talk to the host. Talking, and his face should be on left side like he is talking to host. And let's make the camera a little bigger like this. So let's see how, and let's add some animation here like circular reveal. And in this scene, let's crowd cheering up, some sound effect for that. You are crowd cheering, cheering, yes. Let's see if we have something. Yes, good. And add in this scene, extend this right like that, and audio should be like 25% of the scene. So not, and add the audio to him. And let's see dialogue, add dialogue, text to speech, and write hello everyone, thank you for inviting me to your show. It's not female, let's select a male voice.
Hi there, nice to meet you. We convert any. Hi there, nice to meet you. We convert any written text. Hi there, nice to meet you. Hi there, nice to meet you.
Could select this one, and voice tone should be default. Okay, let's leave it as it is. And I add some talking joy animation. So let's preview from start and see how it looks. First, she's talking to the other two guests.
Now, we will invite our next guest on stage. Please welcome everyone, Mr. John Cena.
The scene changes. Crowd is cheering. He bows down and sits.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for inviting me to your show.
Now, as you can see, she's also talking. He's also talking. We need to remove her action from just talking to only sitting and looking at left side, and like this. And the camera feels a little junky like this. So I will remove this, add here. And the time he's walking, I want to add some confetti, you know, his arrival like this. So I will add some animation on it like instant. So copy this and paste it here too, in this scene too. So now let's see how it looks.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for inviting me to your show.
She is still talking. I need to remove that talking animation from her. Just happy. And scene should start a little early like this. So now let's see how it looks.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for inviting me to your show.
So in this scene, we have added movement, we have added new scenes, we made a custom scene, we added multiple actions in one scene, also added some props like confetti, sofa, some characters, and also used voiceover, in built-in voiceover, and then we added some camera movement here too. So that's how we have made a video from scratch. You can modify it according to your own needs, but I wanted to make a sample video where I have used multiple things, like I have also used the motion part too in here. So that's how we make a video from zero to end. So now I will give you some general tips and tricks which I have gathered, and these are just random order, and I wanted to tell you this. Vyond have now introduced some new features to like captions and notes, add captions, auto captioning. So now it will check the audio and generate the captions automatically. So you can show in the video when you will download the video, the captions will automatically downloaded with it. Now let me show you preview.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for inviting me to your show.
As you can see, these are here. So you can change the font, you can change the size, you can change the background color, opacity, and you can also download these subtitles. So you can add it separately. Like for example, you want to upload this video on YouTube or something, you can download these and add that here. If it made a mistake, you can edit them from here. And it have now also introduced translate video. For example, you made a video in English, but you want to upload this video in 5 different languages: Spanish, English, German, Arabic, or something like that. So you can auto translate it, but I am currently using the premium package, so it's not showing me that option. So this option is also available in the Vyond Studio. Okay, one more trick. Let's go to a blank scene and change the color to something like that. But this background looks boring to me. I want to make it interesting. I want to make a gradient background. How we can make a gradient? So go to props and go to spotlight. And this is a spotlight. And if I just keep it here like that, you can see it is now changed. Let's see, I color changes color, so you can see it is now a gradient. So that's how you can make a gradient. You can change its color and get different results. So now background color, let's suppose I change the background color to this, and this spotlight color to blue, and so that's how you can make different kind of gradients. You can change the above part to make a gradient look different, like where you want the gradient to end and start, like this or something like that. So that's how you can make a gradient. You can also make posters in Vyond. Choose scene, sale, and you can see, as you can see, this is a poster. I will preview this, and it's showing me like that. And you can download it also as a poster, and just select the last scene screen. It is 7, so I will write 7 to 7 only, and download it as animated GIF, and you can select the settings and generate. So let's see how much time it takes. It have been completed, so let's download this and see how it looks. And if I open this, we can open this with photos. As you can see, the GIF have been created, and it will keep looping until we stop it. It is right now in horizontal format, but we discussed earlier how we can make it a vertical, or we can also make it square, but keep in mind that you need to keep all your data inside this camera. Now about downloading the video, let's suppose we have completed this video and now we want to download it. There are multiple options. You can download it as an animated GIF or WebM or MP4. Let's suppose if you want have one scene or one animated poster like we just made, then you can download it as animated GIF. Or you can, if you have something like a transparent background and you want to keep the transparent background, then you can download the video in WebM. Or if you have a full length video, you can download the video in HD20 or 1080p, and all scenes and download it as MP4 too. So let's generate this full video in MP4 and let's see how it looks. It takes like 5 to maximum, it takes 5 minutes. So let's wait for it to generate the video. It have been completed. It took like 2 minutes. So let's download this and let's open this video now.
Now, we will invite our next guest on stage. Please welcome everyone, Mr. John Cena.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for inviting me to your show.
And that's the gradient we created, and that's the poster. So that's how we make a video and download it. So now let's go out of this Vyond and see what other options we have inside Vyond Studio. So if you go to create, you can have some AI tool like text to video. This is also called Vyond Go. In this we give it a small topic and it creates the video automatically. Let's see. Let's give it a topic. What topic I can give him? 5 tips to improve your subscribers on YouTube. Now you can change the language and country. And next, you need to change a layout. Now these are office styles and some different. There are so many styles you can select. So or conversational style where two persons are talking, or narration where there are not much characters, but it generates from text and some images only. So which one should we select? Okay, let's select this one and select this character. This that's already in the video. And optional settings, you can select the vibe, formal, informative, format, overview, how to. I will select the how to and generate video. So let's see how it looks. As you can see, video have been created and it have already added all the information itself. So let's play the video and see how it is.
Want to grow your YouTube channel? Let's dive into 5 essential tips to boost your subscribers. These strategies are proven to work. Tip 1. Create engaging thumbnails. According to YouTube Creator Academy, eye-catching thumbnails can increase click-through rates by 154%. Tip 2. Focus on quality content. A study shows that high-quality videos retain viewers 60% longer. Quality matters more than quantity. Tip 3. Consistent posting schedule. Channels that post regularly see a 30% increase in subscriber growth. Stick to a schedule your audience can rely on. Tip 4. Engage with your audience. Responding to comments.
Okay, as you can see, it have created the video. It's not perfect and it is using the same character over and over again, but anyway, you get my point. It is have this script right here. If you want to change something, you can edit this line and recreate the video. So then after you have changed the settings, then you can click on edit in video. This video will be opened in Vyond Studio, then we can edit it however we want. So now it's opening the video in Vyond Studio, and here we can edit it like if we want to. This character is not inside the Vyond. This is a separate character. They have included it in outside this whole Vyond Studio. But if we want to use that, we can use that from there. So let's close this. And now you get the point about what is Vyond Go and how it works. It works to some extent, but it is still not at that level that we can use it as it is. We need to do some tweaking, some modifying, some changing lines and adjusting the video, but it is an option. And AI is everywhere now. So AI avatars, this is a new option which we won't have added. You can select one character, you can select its background, and then you can give it some lines to read it, and it will read it like a real person. But I can't create video right now because I don't have the credits nor I have that subscription available. But it is there if you want to use it. There are so many characters right here. You can change the background of it, wall, hospital, office, or something like that. And make your character say something that you want to say and do not want to appear yourself in the video. So let's close this and explore the next option, which is remove background. It is just a background remover. Upload any photo that you have and it will remove the background. Let's use this one and see how good it is. Vyond is adding new features day by day, so this is a new feature, and as you can see, it have been removed and I can just download the image now. It works well and we are not paying anything extra for it, so it's good enough. And then remove background, and then there is a text to speech. We just experience text to speech inside Vyond. You can type in your script and get the audio from here. There are so many good audios here, but the best ones are the using ultra high quality by Well Said Labs. This one needs the enterprise edition, but their audio is so good. It's very close to real human. You can listen to it here.
Hi there. Nice to meet you. Hi there. Nice to meet you.
I use Well Said Labs Studio and their audios are very good. I have used them in my videos, but if you don't have their subscription, you can use their other video language models as well. They are not good enough, but they are acceptable in some cases. Like if you want a short video where there's not much audio involved, just some lines, then you can use this. It's good enough. So now let's go to create a character, and it is open character creator. We have explored this in the start of the video, so we don't need to go through it again. But you don't need to go into inside Vyond Video Creator to do this. You can create character from here too, and import slides. If you have a PowerPoint slide, you can dump it here and it will make a video of it. I have tried it, but it didn't create the video how I wanted it. Just the important background and slide, it missed that and only created a small video which doesn't have anything. So it's not good enough, I think. Talked about templates in the scenes part, and here is all the templates that I talked about. As you can see, it has so many templates, like hundreds and hundreds of templates already made, and it have different characters. So like that, as you can see, these characters were not inside the Vyond Studio. But if you want that, if play the video, you can see the characters. And if you liked it, you can add it in Studio, and it will open the Studio, and there you can edit or modify these things, and then you can edit these characters inside this, and change the video according to your own script. Let's move this out of the way and select this, and you can add all the contemporary actions on it right now. But if you go to characters and see which one we are using this one. We can't copy and edit character because this is not available in the actual Vyond Studio. So let's leave this and close this, and you can see there are explainer video, 200 explainer video templates, from data overload to mental health, e-learning concepts, import reports, training certifications, marketing concepts. So there are ton of templates available here. If search for it, if something like there is a search option like HR. For example, I am making a video about HR. You can see all the templates here. Play a template. If you think this is what you want, you can modify it according to your own script and use this template. It makes your life a little easier, and this is very good thing. These templates were not used to be in Vyond, but now they have added it, and I think it is a great feature of Vyond. So this was the Vyond templates, pre-made templates which you can use in your videos. So this was everything about Vyond. From animations, I covered almost everything from all topics: audio, video, scenes, characters, charts, how to modify animations, how to make transitions, and everything. I tried to cover everything in one video. I hope you will like my effort, and please, please, please don't leave without hitting like button. It helps me a lot, and subscribe to my channel for more Vyond videos. I will be making a ton of more content related to Vyond because I have seen that my Vyond content people have liked it very much, and because I am a pro in this, I am using this from last 6 or 7 years. I know my way around this software. So hopefully I will see you in the next video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video, and comment if you like the video. So see you in the next video. Till then, this is Sohaib signing off. Goodbye.